Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We are in day 8 of our Sawubona culture. We see you reading nights Black History Month sessions. My name is Tresha Parker, co-founder of Sawubona Culture, and you guys know my word is always excited, okay? And I'm so excited to be with you today. You get me for another reading, okay? And I hope you're excited too. Today's book that we will be reading is Sulwe, written by Lupita Nyongo, and this is such a special book. As you know, we are in week 2 of our reading nights, and this week's theme is self-love and self-empowerment. And Sulwe is the perfect book to take a deep dive into what it means to love yourself. In today's book, Sulwe is going to be challenged to look at herself, to look at her skin tone, and decide what beauty means for her. This is such an important theme in who we are as Black people that we have to talk about and that we have to discuss. Black history for me means acknowledging who we are and all of our beauty, and it also means acknowledging some of the ways that we have felt less beautiful. And if you are a young, dark-skinned girl like myself, you know that your skin tone has been a point of contention and something that we've often had to question. So as we read through this book, I ask and I hope that we can challenge our ideas on colorism. We can challenge our ideas on what it means to be beautiful in the Black community, and ultimately that we can acknowledge those who have been slighted and those who have traditionally been marginalized within our own community. So enjoy this book, have some great deep conversations about why Sulwe feels the way that she feels, what it means to be dark-skinned in today's world, and I'll see you at the end of the book to talk a little bit more. Enjoy. Sulwe, written by Lupita Nyongo, illustrated by Vashti Harrison. Sulwe was born the color of midnight. She looked nothing like her family, not even a little, not even at all. Mama was the color of dawn, Baba the color of dusk, and Mitch, her sister, was the color of high noon. Hardly anyone at school looked like Sulwe either. People gave her sister Mitch pet names like Sunshine and Ray and Beauty. People gave Sulwe names like Blackie and Darky and Night. Sulwe felt hurt every time, so she hid away while her sister made lots of friends. Sulwe dreamed of being the same color as her sister. She wanted real friends too. So she got the biggest eraser she could find and tried to rub a layer or two of her darkness. That hurt. So she crept into Mama's room and helped herself to her makeup. Oh no, she would hear about this from Mama. Sulwe decided to work from the inside out and ate only the lightest, brightest foods. With a stomach ache, she went to bed early and turned to God for a miracle. Dear Lord, why do I look like midnight when my mother looks like dawn? Please make me as fair as my parents I'm from. I want to be beautiful, not just to pretend. I want to have daylight. I want to have friends. If you hear me, my Lord, and would like to comply, may I wake up as bright as the sun in the sky. Amen. When Mama came in to wake her for school the next morning, Sulwe rose to find not a trace of daylight in her midnight skin. Sulwe told Mama everything. Mama asked, "What is your name?" "Sulwe," she mothered. "And what does it mean?" "Star," Sulwe whispered. Brightness is not in your skin, my love. Brightness is just who you are. As for beauty, Mama said, rubbing Sulwe's stomach the way she always did to comfort her, You are beautiful. Sulwe sighed. Well, you are beautiful to me, but you can't rely on what you look like to make you feel beautiful, my sweet. Real beauty comes from your mind and your heart. It begins with how you see yourself, not how others see you. Now up you get and out you go. How could she, as dark as she was, have brightness in her? How could she have beauty when no one but her mother seemed to see it? How could she be a star? That night, a shooting star appeared in Sulwe's window. The night sent me, the star said. Come with me. Sulwe hopped onto the star and off they went. Long ago, at the beginning of time, said the star, there was night and day, and they were sisters. They loved each other very much, but people didn't treat the sisters the same. People gave Day pet names like Lovely and Nice and Pretty. People gave Night names like Scary and Bad and Ugly. She felt hurt every time. Well, Night got fed up and walked right off the earth. Day stayed behind and enjoyed making everybody happy in the sun. But then Day grew too long. Day began to really miss her sister. So did everybody else. There had to be a way to get her back. Day set off to find Night, and she did. I miss you, said Day. I miss you too, said Night, but you don't know what it's like to be treated badly for being dark. You're right, I don't, Day replied, but what I do know is that we need you the way you are. Come and see. Night returned and the people rejoiced. We need the darkest night to get the deepest rest. We need you so that we can grow and dream and keep our secrets to ourselves. The stars chimed in. Brightness isn't just for daylight. Light comes in all colors, and some light can only be seen in the dark. While day has a golden glow, with night, everything has a silver sheen, elegant and fine. Day told her sister, when you are darkest is when you are most beautiful. It's when you are most you. Could it be that Night did not need to change? Not even a little? Not even at all? Now that Night and Day were back together, a little bit of Night returned to Day in the form of shadows, and a little bit of Day returned to Night in the form of moonlight. They were inseparable from that moment on, and promised to celebrate the brightness in each other, whether people chose to see it or not. You see, the star explained, we need them both on their sunniest day and their darkest night and every shade in between. Together they make the world we know, light and dark, strong and beautiful. Sulwe rose the next morning beaming. There would be no hiding anymore. She belonged out in the world, dark and beautiful, bright and strong. And if she ever needed a reminder of her brightness, she could look up at the sky on the darkest night to see for herself. Sulwe felt beautiful, inside and out. Author's note. Much like Sulwe, I got teased and taunted about my night-shaded skin. I prayed to God that I would wake up with paler skin. I tried all sorts of things to lighten my complexion. My mother told me often that I was beautiful, but she's my mother, of course. She's supposed to think that. It wasn't until I was much older that my feelings about my skin changed. It helped to see darker skinned women being celebrated for their beauty. If they were beautiful, I could be too. I began to see myself differently. While both Sulwe and I had to learn to see our beauty, I hope that more and more children began their lives knowing that they are beautiful, that they can look to the beauty in the world and know that they are a part of it. And yet, what is on the outside is only one part of being beautiful. Yes, it's important to feel good about yourself when you look in the mirror, but what is even more important is working on being beautiful inside. That means being kind to yourself and to others. That is a beauty that truly shines through. The journey I went on was very different from Sulwe's nighttime adventure, but the lesson was the same. There is so much beauty in this world and inside you that others are not awake to. Don't wait for anyone to tell you what is beautiful. Know that you are beautiful because you chose to be. Know that you always were and always will be. Treasure it and let it light the way in everything you do. The end. Was that not the most amazing book? Okay. I love the author's note at the end of this book, so much so that I wanted to hop on here and just say, I hope that we start to reinforce this message that beauty starts from the inside and works its way out, and that our beauty and our self-worth lies in what we think about ourselves and not what others say about us. I'm so grateful that you all chose to tune in and read this book with us. Please, if you have any thoughts or any questions, put them in the comments and let's talk about it. Let's discuss this idea of beauty within our own community. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow, night 9 of our reading night, and we have another great book for you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.